It's the meat event, and I gotta be honest, this is such a fun stylistic matchup. We got the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis, taking on Alexey the Bow Constrictor Oleinik, who is looking for his 60th win and is fighting in his 74th professional fight, which is just absolutely absurd. The
Insane.
Bow Constrictor is 43 years old, but to be honest, he's been looking better than ever. I mean, he's won two straight with that dominant finish over Maurice Green in a fight he was an underdog in, and he just won that gritty split decision win over Fabricio Verdum a few months back. In a fight I thought Verdum clearly lost. I thought that should have been unanimous for the boa constrictor, but nonetheless, he escaped with the split decision. And given the hindsight of how Verdum looked against Gus a few weeks ago, that win by Alexey Oleinik looks a little bit more impressive. So Bo is 8-4 in the UFC, taking on the Black Beast though, who's 23-7, 14-5 in the UFC. It's wild to note that the Black Beast has been fighting in the UFC for almost 7 years now. I mean, he's a veteran at this point, and he's fought the who's who, much like Oleinik. We know Derrick Lewis is coming to stand and bang. I mean, it's helped him earn impressive knockouts over Alexander Volkov, Marcin Tybura, Travis Brown, and Roy Nelson. He has that victory over Francis Ngannou in what was just an absolute slugfest. And in his last two, he's had great wins over Ilir Latifi and Blagoy Ivanov, which admittedly was a close fight. Derrick Lewis has 7 total losses and has only ever been submitted once by Daniel Cormier. Was disrespecting the Popeye's chicken, but he got that submission. He's going against one of the slickest submission artists to ever do it. How do you see this one going? Do you favor the stand-up, beef-slinging brawler, or do you side with the slick, sizzling submission specialist? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a slick sizzler boa constrictor.
Mhm.
I think he is going to get him to the ground and either ground and pound or choke him out. I mean, a fun little fact with the boa constrictor. I mean, he has 10 different techniques used in over 46 careers of submission wins,
Yeah.
14 Ezekiel chokes. Funny, cool fact, we were at the one in Arizona,
First
first
one.
one in the UFC, which is amazing. It was so sick. And then 11 rear naked chokes, 5 triangles, 4 neck cranks, 4 arm bars, 3 heel hooks, 2 guillotine chokes, 1 scarf hold, invert armbar, and armed triangle choke. That's crazy. Black Beast is not ready for this constrictor. He's
Hmm.
gonna stay at Popeyes and he's just gonna keep riding out the Popeyes chicken. I think he's gonna lose pretty bad, to be honest.
Wow, so it's interesting because the first of all, if you look at Tapology, 67% is going with Derrick Lewis, and obviously most of that bar is Brown. They're going for the KO. They're giving 33% to Oleinik. The odds makers are pretty are on that same vein as well. Derrick Lewis minus 185, Oleinik plus 160. Derrick Lewis earlier in the week alluded to the fact that this fight will not go the distance. I agree with him. I don't think this fight's going the distance, and I think it's because either the Black Beast gets an early KO or the submission specialist boa constrictor gets one of his patented submissions. I'm with you, Meat Boy. I think that Oleinik is going to get it done. I think with the small cage in the Apex, he's going to get that takedown. Derrick Lewis has never been able to stuff takedowns very effectively. And Oleinik, if he even just gets you for a second, you're screwed. I mean, you're just entrapped by the boa constrictor. And I just think Derrick Lewis is going to succumb to the takedown and ultimately get submitted. Um, are you worried at all about the hands of Derrick Lewis? I mean, we know Oleinik has a tendency to go down quick. We saw what happened against the big ticket. Do you think that Oleinik's going to survive those first few minutes? And what are your thoughts on Derrick Lewis's power?
Yeah, so that's obviously a big concern, and anyone in the heavyweight division has to worry about Derrick Lewis's hands. Is Derrick Lewis the best technique, the best takedown defense, the best fighter? No, but he hits so dang hard that he's basically one of the best fighters, purely for that reason. So he's definitely someone the Boa Constrictor's got to worry about. But I think with that 59 win, experience over plus 60 fights in his lifetime, I think he's gonna be able to handle this
Yeah, I mean, he's seen it all clearly. I mean, this dude's been fighting forever. I mean,
forever.
one good thing to note about Black Beast though is he's dangerous at throughout all 15 or 25 minutes of the fight. I mean, if we remember that fight against Alexander Volkov, that was a fight that Volkov was dominating for about 14 and a half minutes, and then Derrick Lewis, YOLO meat bomb over the top, just slept Volkov. So I think that boa constrictor needs to be careful throughout this entire thing because we know Derrick Lewis has that lights out power that he can implement at any point in the
hmm
fight. Um, any last thoughts on this meat event, Meat Boy? I'm stoked for this one, clearly.
Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I'm excited, win or loss. I can't wait to hear Derrick Lewis's post-fight
Right?
interview. That's like what I'm really excited for. I don't care if he wins or loses, but I'm gonna put my money, if I had to, on the boa constrictor still. This is gonna be an
With it.
absolute banger of a meat slick, and stay tuned for next weekend's video. And that is just stacked card, boys. Meaties, we're coming with fire. We're out.